Hi, my friend. It's Pastor Greg. Welcome to Transforming the World. If you'll take a look at the self-evaluation section, we are asked, question number 12 asks us this: do I work with a sense of accountability to others, especially to God? Now, the question seems to imply that our acts of Christian service are actually done for the Lord. It seems to imply that, doesn't it? When we volunteer in the community or at our local church, the one we are truly serving is God Himself. And the question seems to imply that. So how does that affect you? How does it affect you with the thought and the mindset that when you are serving either the community in the name of Christ, or perhaps when you are serving in your local church in the name of Christ, that the one you are truly laboring for is God, not the deacons, not the evangelism committee, not the guest services committee, but God Himself. How does that affect you? Have you ever considered that what you do in the name of Jesus is done for Jesus? Let me read you something from Romans chapter 12. In Romans chapter 12, the Apostle Paul reminds us that what we do for the Lord. Beginning in verse 6, he says, "So if God has given you the ability to prophesy, speak out with as much faith as God has given you. If your gift is serving others, serve them well. If you are a teacher, teach well. If your gift is to encourage others, be encouraging. If it is to give, give generously. If God has given you leadership ability, take the responsibility seriously. And if you have the gift for showing kindness to others, do it gladly." We are doing these things as if we were laboring for the Lord, and of course we really are, right? And later on in another section in Ephesians 6:6, Paul says that a Christian is a servant of God. He says, "As slaves of Christ, do the will of God with all your heart." And so since our acts of Christian service, or the time that we volunteer in the church, since all of this belongs to God, how does that change your sense of accountability? When you agree to serve the church or serve the community, I think it's important for us, for you and I, to keep in mind that the commitment we are making is to God, not just some Christian organization. We are making a commitment to God. And I think that needs to be in the front of our mind before we say yes, before we agree to something, before we say, "Oh yeah, sure, I can help out. I'd be glad to help out." Before we say that, we need to realize that as a Christian, as a follower of Christ, as a disciple of Jesus, we are doing as He has led. We are doing according to His will, or rather, what we are doing is a way of giving honor and glory to Him. I think it's important for us to keep that in mind. So before we say yes, realize who is actually our boss, or our superior, or our supervisor, and that's Jesus Christ. Knowing that, I believe, should affect our diligence in what we do. Knowing that should affect our commitment to see our commitment through to the end. Knowing these things. So we are laboring, we are doing, we are serving, we are giving, we are loving and caring, and Jesus and our accountability, the one we give account to, is Christ Himself. Let that affect you. Let that change you. Well, thanks, friend, for spending time with me here today. My name is Pastor Greg. You've been watching Transforming the World.